Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be showing you two different ways that you can make your own color hex chart for markers. For the first version, you'll need a blank hex chart. I just googled blank hex graph chart or something like that on Google and printed it at home. You'll also need a glue stick and scissors. For the second version, you'll need paper, preferably the same kind to use with your marker drawings, a hexagon-shaped hole puncher, which I found on Amazon, but I'm sure some art supply stores sell them as well. And you'll also need a sheet of magnet with adhesive backing. You can also find this on Amazon or your local art supply store. You may be asking, why would I want to make a color hex chart? In my opinion, a color hex chart is really handy in comparing tints and shades of similar colors. This may help you avoid buying dupe colors in the future. It's also really fun to swatch colors. I've seen a few YouTubers use a color hex chart by Sandy Alnock, but I don't like to use that one because it's specifically for Copic markers and it has all of the colors laid out, and I don't plan on getting all of the markers, so the blank spaces in between the colors that I would have would bother me. So something a little bit more customizable is more handy for me, and this is how I make mine. Today I will be making hex charts for my Prismacolor Premier markers. I recommend swatching your colors beforehand to view their true colors, since marker cap colors can be inaccurate sometimes. Having your swatches out can also help you arrange your hex chart. My Prismacolor set has 48 colors, which is another reason I decided to do this example with them instead of my Copics, which I have over 80 colors of now, to save a little time. So to start, cut the printed hex chart in half, then fill in the hexes with all the colors you want to include in the chart. It doesn't matter where they're placed on the chart right now because you'll be cutting them out and rearranging them next. And I also recommend that you write down the color name, or in this case, I'm writing down the number that is associated with that color that Prismacolor Premier markers have. And I also suggest that you allow the marker to dry before writing down the number so that the ink doesn't feather out and look messy. Once all of your colors are down, cut them all out. This can be a little bit time consuming, but try to be patient and precise. Once they're all cut out, fling them onto your desk with wild abandon. Just for fun, I arranged them into numerical order, and there seemed to be a pattern at first, but then it got pretty random at the end. Okay, so now you want to get the other half of the printed text chart and begin arranging your colors. I recommend to not start at the edge, so you can spread out in any direction if needed. I tend to start from light to dark while keeping similar colors next to each other, but you can organize your colors however you'd like. The next step will be to glue them all down, but if you'd like to keep them rearrangeable, you could use blue tack or any other reusable adhesive. Now you just glue them on. I arranged the pieces off camera so I wouldn't accidentally bump them and mess it all up. You could take a picture of your arranged pieces beforehand if you're prone to clumsiness like me. And voila! There's the first version of a customizable color hex chart. Once you have them glued down, you can clean up any excess glue with a paper towel. Now onto the second version. It's a little more expensive than the first version if you don't already have a hexagon hole punch and the magnet paper, but it's also much more fun and customizable. Technically, you could trace a hexagon shape and then cut them all out by hand, but you want the paper pieces and the magnet pieces to be pretty close in size. Plus, that would be a lot more time consuming. So first you want to punch out the number of colors you have from your paper. Then punch out the same number from your magnet sheet. It's a little harder to hole punch thicker material, but this hole puncher did a pretty good job and didn't quit. It is super satisfying to touch these, and I don't know why. Next, color in all the hexes with your markers. This can be a bit time consuming, but with the magic of editing, it's done in a snap. Be sure to label them as you go along, just like with the first version. Next, peel off the backing from the magnet paper and stick on your colors. There you have your own little colorful magnet hexagons. Now, find something you can stick the magnets to. At first, I was going to use this little metal bookend, which I thought would look nice propped up on my desk, but I quickly realized that it was going to be too small. So I found this empty tin that used to have chocolates in it and used that instead. The front had a bumpy surface, so I used the back. I realized after making this that I could have taped a blank piece of paper on the back to hide that text, so I'm sorry if that's distracting. Not sponsored by Russell Stover, by the way. I had my version 1 hex chart handy, so I just used that one as reference for where to place the hexagon magnets. Putting the magnets on the tin was pretty dang satisfying. The good thing about using magnets is that they're really easy to rearrange. Plus you can add more if you plan on getting more colors for your set. With the tin, I was able to place it on its edge to easily rest on my desk shelf. I punched out a few extra magnets and pieces of paper in case I wanted to add more colors in the future. And that's it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a thumbs up. If you make your own color hex charts, I'd love to see them. Thanks for watching. Boop!